The first match was found on the end of a stirring stick. Before matches, lighting a fire took a tinderbox, a flint, a steel, and a good deal of patience. Households kept a fire alive all winter rather than face starting one. In 1826, a chemist in the north of England named John Walker was mixing a paste in his shop. Some of it dried on the end of the stick he had been stirring with. He scraped the stick on the stone floor to clean it, and it caught. He sold them from the shop within the year, in tin tubes with a folded strip of sandpaper, under the name friction lights. They were long, they smelled, and they sometimes threw sparks across the room. He never patented them. When he was urged to, he said the thing was too useful to be owned, which cost him everything, and is the only reason his name is remembered kindly. The match you have now works the other way round. The dangerous ingredient was taken out of the head and moved onto the side of the box, which is why a modern match will not light on a wall, a boot, or a floor. That change was made in Sweden in the 1850s, and it is why a box of matches is sold as a box rather than as matches. 200 years on, it is still the cheapest manufactured object most people own. The safety pin was invented in 3 hours to pay off a debt. Walter Hunt was a mechanic in New York who invented constantly and kept none of it. A sewing machine, a fountain pen, a knife sharpener, a machine for making nails. He would solve a problem, lose interest, and sell the paper. In 1849, he owed a man $15. The story, which is well documented and has stayed consistent, is that he sat down with a piece of brass wire about 8 inches long and worked on it for 3 hours. What he made was one piece of wire with 3 jobs in it, a coil at one end, which acts as a spring and holds the pin open, a point, and a cap that covers the point when it is closed, so it cannot come undone in cloth and cannot stick you. Pins had existed for thousands of years. None of them had the guard, and none of them had the spring. He patented it in April and sold the rights outright for $400. He paid the $15 and kept the rest. The men who bought it made a fortune. It is worth looking at one for a moment. It is the same wire, bent the same way, still made in one operation. In 175 years, nobody has found anything to improve, and it is difficult to think of another object that can be said about.